everybody. My channel name is DSP Mad Symbol. Now let us we see the introduction of DSP in this video. First of all, in DSP we must know about signals and systems. Then the block diagram introduction. So then we will see the classification of signals and sampling, quantization, aliasing in this video. As first we see signal. A signal is defined as any physical quantity that varies with time, space or any other independent variables. Okay. So a signal can be defined as a function of that conveys information, okay, generally about the state or behavior of a physical system. For example, if we see f of x equal to 10x, f of x, in that x is the independent variable, so f is the dependent variable. So example, f of x equal to 10x, so 10x square, like that. It is one dimensional, that is one independent variable used. Suppose if we use two independent variable, means f of x comma y equal to 10x plus 5y plus 2xy. So like that. So in signals examples, in speech signal, function of time, picture brightness. So in that function of two partial spatial variables. So in that another signals examples are ECG signal, EEG signal. Next one is system. A system may be defined as a physical device that performs an operation on a signal. Example, a filter is used to reduce the noise and interference corrupting a desired information bearing signal is called a system. Okay. So filter, we pass the signal through a filtering, we'll get the noise and interference removed from the filter, we'll get the processed signal. The system is characteristic by the two types of operation. So one is linear and another one is non-linear. If the operation of the system is linear, then the system is called linear. So the operation is non-linear, means the system is said to be non-linear. So the signal has been processed directly into its analog form. Both input and output signals are in analog form. In analog signal processor, we will give the analog input signal, then they will get the analog output signal. But in digital signal processing, the alternative method of analog signals, that means the analog signal is given to the analog to digital converter, then the output of the AD converter is digital. That digital input will give to the digital signal processor, then the output of the digital signal processor in digital form. So that digital form will give to the digital DA converter, digital to analog converter. The output is analog output signal. So basic block diagram of the DSP is, first one is analog to digital converter, that is source we will get the analog signal, but we having the digital processor. So first we have to convert the analog to digital form. That digital form will given to the DSP processor. Then output of that one DSP processor will give to the digital to analog converter. Then the destination will receive the same in analog form. Whatever we send from the input, same form only we will get in the output. Advantages of digital over analog signal processor is, first one is flexibility, second one is accuracy, third one is storage and cost. The application of DSP is DSP technology in speech processing, signal transmission on telephone channels, image processing and transmission, oil exploration, the detection of nuclear exploration. The limitation of digital implementation is speed of operation of analog to digital converters in digital processor, because analog system both input and outputs are analog. In digital system both input and outputs are digital signals. We can classify the signals. So number one is continuous time signals, discrete time signals. So first part, continuous valued and discrete valued signal is second one. Third one is deterministic and random signals. Then multidimensional signals, continuous time signals, that is analog signals for every value of time that takes on values in the continuous interval, that is minus infinity to plus infinity. Discrete time signals, digital signals are defined at certain specific values of time. So discrete time signal can be represented mathematically by a sequence of real or complex numbers. So it is denoted as discrete time signal is x of n, signal is x of t. Time signal represented by x of t, discrete time signal is represented as x of n. Second part, continuous valued and discrete valued signal. So signal takes on all possible values in a finite or infinite range, that is continuous valued. Signal takes on values from a finite set of possible values, that is called discrete value signal. Third part, deterministic and random signals. So any signal that can be uniquely described by an explicit mathematical expressions. That means the signal represented by mathematical equation or table of data or well defined rule is called deterministic signal. That is used in all past, present and future values of signal are known precisely without any uncertainty. The signal not described by an explicit mathematical expression and unpredictable are called random signals. That is output of noise generator, seismic signals. The analog signal can be transformed into discrete time signal by two steps of operation. One is sampling and another one is quantization. So in that sampling, the continuous time period of the signal will be sampled. Continuous sample will be transformed into discrete time signal. In quantization, the continuous valued will be transferred into the discrete values. So in that, the discrete time interval is called t. So sampling rate, at the rate sampling is called f of s equal to 1 by t, 1 by time interval. So another concept is aliasing. So aliasing occurs when the sampling period, that is sampling theorem. So sampling theorem is f of s greater than or equal to 2fm. That is, fm is the maximum frequency of the signal, f of s is the sampling frequency. So f of s greater than or equal to 2fm. So this condition is satisfied, we can reconstruct the signal from the samples. So f of s greater than or equal to 2fm, then we can recover the original signals. So otherwise the aliasing will occur. Aliasing means the superimposition of high frequency component on low frequency component is known as frequency aliasing. Discrete time signals are represented by graphical method, functional method, tabular method and sequence method. Then the basic signals are unit impulse. So unit impulse sequence is denoted as del of n. It takes the values 1 at n equal to 0 or 0 and other place. So the symbol is represented as a book unit impulse, unit sample sequence, unit step signal. So that equation is defined as u of n equal to 1 for n is greater than or equal to 0. So 0 to above it is 1, n is less than 0 is takes the values 0. Then another one is unit ramp signal. So u of n equal to n for n is greater than or equal to 0. For n less than 0 it is 0. So graphically represented as in the figure. Another one is the exponential signal. The exponential signal is a sequence of the form x of n equal to a power n for all n. So the four types of signals, it takes the values 0 less than a, less than 1, minus 1 less than a less than 0, a less than minus 1, a greater than 1.
Start.
Classification of discrete time signals, we can classify, one is energy signal and power signal. So energy signal E equal to summation n equal to takes values minus infinity to infinity x of n whole square, and power signal is P equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 by 2n plus 1 summation n equal to minus n to n x of n whole square.
Start.
Then another one is periodic signals and aperiodic signals. So a signal x of n is periodic with period n if and only if x of n plus capital N equal to x of n for all n. For small values of capital N that satisfy the equation is called fundamental period. So capital N is the fundamental period. So when the signal is periodic means, so f of naught is a rational number, so that is called f of naught equal to k by f n. X of n equal to a into sine 2 pi f naught n. So a is the amplitude, sine 2 pi f naught, so that f naught takes the values called rational number k by n. Another one is symmetric and antisymmetric signals, that is even signals and odd signals. So even signals takes the values x of minus n to x of n, and odd signal takes the values x of minus n equal to minus of x of n. The even signal component is formed by adding x of n to x of minus n and dividing by 2, that is x even of part is equal to 1 by 2 x of n plus x of minus n. Odd signal component is added 1 by 2 into x of n minus x of minus n. So the signal x of n consists of even and odd part. So x of e of n plus x naught of n. Another type of signal is casual and non-casual signals. A signal x of n is said to be casual if its value is 0 for n less than 0, otherwise the signal is non-casual. So casual signal is x of n equal to a power n u of n. So non-casual is a power n u of minus n plus 1.
Start.
Basic operation on discrete time signals, that is called manipulation of operations on discrete time signals. One is shifting, so another one is time reversal, third one is time scaling and scalar multiplication, signal multiplier and signal addition.